Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Allegro. Thank you so much for coming back to watch yet another video. And if you are new here, please do take a moment to subscribe to the channel and join our growing YouTube family. I believe that we are well on our way to 1,000 subscribers and I can't wait for you to join our growing YouTube family. This is a platform I created with your help to help you stay inspired, motivated, achieve your goals, and really just inspire you about feeling good and self-improvement and all things success around every aspect of your life. And I hope that this channel can deliver on that. So we are growing. I'm excited and I'm happy to have you here. Now, today's video, I want to talk about a not so happy topic, but I hope it stirs something within you. I came across a couple of tweets, a couple of people, just sharing tweets on Twitter and also just on social media. They were taking them to Instagram and the conversation was just growing. And this was around silence is not always golden. And I was like, I need to talk about this. I need to share my opinion on this. And indeed, I do believe that silence isn't always golden. And I believe that sometimes, silence is used to silence the victim. And in return, what that does, what I've seen in many situations, what that does, it empowers and it almost defends the abuser or the person that is doing wrong within a certain situation. So you are expected, say, I'll give an example of perhaps in a marriage, the woman is married, man and woman are married, and the husband is perhaps abusive, it could be any kind of abuse. It could be emotional abuse, physical abuse, and so on. And now in many cultures, the woman is then expected not to speak up. She needs to keep quiet, keep everything, protect her home is what is said, protect your home and, cover your husband and just be quiet about things and just take it, basically just take it. And now what that does, we've seen in many abusive relationships. And if you agree, you can comment down below and let me know a situation that you know of or who you've encountered. And what that does, it doesn't stop the cycle of abuse. It actually intensifies it, because now the abuser feels like they've got all the power. You're not going to talk to anybody. You're not going to put me out on whether you're blasting them on social media, whether you're speaking to your family members, whether you're getting, counseling, going to therapy, whether you are getting up and going to a police station to report them. But basically they know that you're not going to open your mouth. You are going to take the abuse. So silence isn't always golden. I truly believe that there's a time when you can remain silent, but only for some time. You can remain silent, and this is done as part of, say, a strategy of yours. If you are going through a tough time, you're going through a difficult time with someone or at work or in a friendship, a relationship, and you've been trying to be vocal, but you're like, you know what? Let me bite my tongue. Let me see where this goes. But you are taking mental notes. You are jotting down. Perhaps you're even planning an exit strategy. And this allows you to actually listen and study people's behaviors more. This allows you to sit back before you speak, to actually gather all the information that you need to gather all of the examples that you need to gather to say, wait, this is actually a pattern. This is actually repetitive. This is going to continue if I don't speak up to put an end to it. So I just wanted to say, it was so intriguing. I was curious. I was going through the entire, thread, and people just talking about how they have been in relationships where the partner believed that silent treatment was like a punishment. Like it was good that, yes, I'm not talking to you. You behave like this, or you call me out on my behavior. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to forget about you. Even though we're married, I'm going to walk past you, be it at home. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm going to give you the silent treatment, put you in a corner until you, the victim, starts crawling back to the abuser. And you're like, I can't take this anymore. What have I done? And now they flip the script on you, and it becomes a case of, you're the problem. I'm not speaking to you because when I speak to you, this is what happens. I don't, and then they turn the whole thing around and make it your issue, your problem, and turn the victim into the abuser. So it's very important to note, when I was going through that thread, even men just commenting and saying, what, I cannot be in a relationship where someone thinks that, silent treatment is a form of punishment. It's emotional abuse, it's psychological abuse, and so many other forms of abuse. It's narcissistic, it's just wrong overall. If you feel like you cannot be in a relationship that is open, where you can communicate with your partner, where you can communicate and be vocal at work, if it's your boss who is suppressing you and you feel like you're being untreated unfairly, you shouldn't feel like you can't speak up. You shouldn't feel like you're placed in a corner and no one wants to listen to you. You should have that confidence that I can walk into my boss's office, my manager's office, and speak my mind and let them know of my experience and how I'm feeling and how we can come to a resolution. Find a solution that is going to benefit everybody. Not my silence and me keeping quiet to tiptoe around at the office just to please my manager. Oh, I'm afraid if I speak up, they might get fired. My colleague might get in trouble. They might get a warning. So I will take the abuse at work just so that the other person can benefit from my silence. It's crazy when you think about it. The scenario can be, it can be applied in many, many scenarios, whether it's relationships, romantic, it's friendships, it's at work, it's even with like you're in your home with your parents. I know of relationships where children can't really speak up. They're afraid to even be blamed for the abuses that they go through, traumatic experiences, because if they speak up, everything just comes out in the open. So it's best that they think it's best that they stay silent, and silence isn't always golden. It's not always golden. Like I said, it's golden when you are planning your way out, when you are still working to find a solution, when you are studying the pattern, when you are coming to terms with what is happening. But when it's time to speak up and you're like, enough is enough. I need to stand up for myself. I need to speak up for myself, and I need to be heard. And if there is no change, I need to exit. I need to leave the room. I need to be able to read a room and see that actually this is not where I'm meant to be, and it's not working out. No matter how many times I may break my silence and speak and bring, my concerns to the fore, but no one is taking them seriously. They're not being addressed the way they should be. Silence isn't always golden. I had to share this. I found it so... It was like an aha moment, when you're just like, that makes so much sense, People are like, silence is golden, just be quiet, just, don't say anything, be it abusive relationships or, let me not even just focus on the negatives. Sometimes people want you to even silence your own achievements. It's like silence is golden, move in silence is what they say on social media all the time. Don't share all of your accomplishments, your achievements, everything that you're doing in your life. Yes, but you might want to inspire other people. Your journey might be so inspirational that today you are successful and you want to show people that, listen, God has been working in my life. This is where he's taken me and this is where he's brought me. And it's not bragging, and it's not putting your success and shoving it in people's faces. It's actually a testimony of how great God has been in your life. So don't be silent about your successes. That's not golden. Speak out about it. Share your life with people. Share what you have been through and where you are today and how successful you are, to inspire someone else that might be in a depressing situation. But when they think about you and when they read your posts and when they look at your pictures, they're like, she made it. He made it. And when I make it just like them, I'm also going to be a testimony, and I'm not going to be shy about my circumstance. I'm not going to be shy about where I come from and the success that I'm enjoying today, because I know that someone else will be inspired. So I hope this video inspires you. I was not going to remain silent on this topic, and I wanted to bring it here and just engage with you and hear your thoughts. So comment down below what you think of the term silence is golden or silence is not always golden. Share some of your experiences, even if it's not your personal experience, but things that you have possibly seen around this topic that you felt like the silence was not golden. It's great that somebody spoke up, or I myself spoke up, and we were able to address things and come to a solution. And now we're happy. Perhaps it was just a rocky moment in your relationship, in your marriage, and you were able to recover from that by communicating, by knowing that we cannot remain silent in issues that upset us, issues that make us go to sleep angry at each other. We tiptoe, we walk on eggshells, we can't stand one another in that period, in that phase of our relationship, simply because we couldn't just sit down and talk things through. I hope this video inspires you. Let me know. I'm interested to hear more of your thoughts down in the comment section. I will be reading and commenting, as well as just, reading the engagements, interactions that are going on between you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll chat to you in the next one. Bye.